Hey guys, welcome to day 4, I think it is, of my Unleash Your Abundance. It is 30 days of doing just that. 30 days and 30 ways to unleash your abundance. And we're on day 4. And if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, then you can go back onto my Facebook business page and you can catch up with them there. Or you can come over to my private Facebook group for women, which is called Visualize Your Path to Success. So I'm really excited to be here again, and I'm going to be with you for the whole month, taking the 2 days off of the weekend, and then I'll resume again in the week, just so that I can connect with you and really be going in a little bit deeper about the work that I do, and really having the opportunity to voice and talk about some of the challenges and the frustrations that I'm seeing the women business owners that I work with and who are kind of like, in my community, and what they're going through, and some of the challenges and the questions that I'm getting asked when I'm in coaching, and some of the struggles that I'm seeing women have, and also just to share a little bit of ways that you can overcome some of these challenges if they're coming up for you, and to dig a little bit deeper into how you can start to step into a more abundant mindset, to more of an abundant mindset, and move away from scarcity. So yesterday, the video was, how would it feel? How would it feel to attract more money, more freedom, and really do what you love? Like, really step into that point where you are firing on all cylinders and starting to create a life of abundance in terms of health and wealth and love and freedom and expression and creativity as well. And yesterday I was sharing with you my story of how twice I went through the process of holding myself back, feeling a little bit scared to share my passion, and what happens when you don't fully step into and own what you do, when you do not fully and step into and own and cultivate a path for creating your own joy, and when you don't create a path or fully own the creativity inside of you. And yesterday I was explaining that, when it comes to abundance, then creativity is not just for artists or illustrators. We are all creators. We are all creating something for people to share. So whether you're a well-being coach, or if you are an artist, then great. I work with a lot of creatives. But if you are a coach, or if you're like a yoga teacher, or even if you're a consultant. Hi Samantha, how you doing, my love? God, long time, haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're well. And yeah, if you're in that arena where, if you're a creative, a coach, a consultant, and you have something to share, if you have a gift, if you are wanting to build courses and have content that you want to get out that is going to create transformation for people, then you're a creative person, and those are the type of women that I love to work with. And there's this thing around creative energy, and when you tap into that, and when you really give yourself permission to own the work that you do, when you give yourself permission to really tap into and explore the joy, good to see, when you give yourself permission to really enjoy the work that you do, when you give yourself permission to fully explore your talents and own them, there that's when you start to tap into that abundant part of you, that internal state that triggers and activates more of that joy. So the more that you're doing the work that you love and you're giving yourself permission to do that, regardless of approval from others, then you will start to activate and up level that vibration and really start to up level your abundance mindset as well. So Samantha Collinson, we have been connected for a couple of years now. I think it might be 3 years, and I haven't heard from her for ages. So lovely to see you, Samantha. Still doing very well, doing my coaching and hypnotherapy. Good to hear, my love. Good to hear. Would love to hear from you. Like, you know, what does creativity mean for you in your business? Like in terms of your creativity and your creative energy, and how what you do really activates the joy and the love for what you do. Like, I would love to hear from you how and what you do to kind of like step into that state and to activate that, because this is something that I find is a big struggle for women in business, and it can play a huge part in holding themselves back from making more money, attracting the client, actually showing up on social media and really starting to create that life that they desire, and they're not aware that these are some of the things that might be holding them back. So today or yesterday I was sharing the importance, and if you see me look down, I'm just looking at some notes. Lots of blusher today. I was sharing the importance of connecting with who you are and to stay away from the scarcity thoughts, stay away from the thoughts of lack, because the more you are starting to think about what you don't have, what you can't do, what you haven't got, the lack of clients, the lack of money, then all of those thoughts just keep you in a really low vibration. And what you want to do is to pivot and actually point yourself in the direction of where you want to be, and focusing on the thoughts of more abundance, the things that you want to attract into your life, the things that you desire, the things that you enjoy, the things that give you joy. And as I mentioned before, the number one struggle for most of my clients definitely is, wanting to find clients in their business, wanting to make that money, and almost just pushing so hard and creating that resistance in the business where that's their sole focus, and actually throwing themselves off course somewhat, because their energy and the way that they are showing up is not really in an energetic match with creating those opportunities and clients that they desire. So yesterday I was talking all about being aware of your thoughts and your emotions, and how that really creates your reality. So take a look at, how are you feeling? Like, what's going on for you? Like right now, in terms of feeling frustrated or really feeling fraught or worried or in lack, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Because that's going to give you a great indication of what kind of work you're going to need to do. So today I've kind of touched upon it already, but this is huge. And as a transformational mindset coach, as an NLP practitioner, this area of really getting behind your beliefs and starting to peel away the old concepts of yourself, to start to explore those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. This is the work that I like to get into in the nitty-gritty, and actually this is the work that creates most of the transformation for my clients. It has done for my previous clients, and it's it's one of those areas which actually is a bit of a blind spot for people. So you don't know what you don't know until you know, do you? And for anyone who's in business and probably in life as well, you know, even I went through this at the beginning of my business. I was ready to go, just thought, yeah, set it up online. Eventually, after I got over that block of setting the business up online, and I didn't really expect to have any challenges. I wasn't really expecting to come up against so many challenges. But like, let's take a look at some of those that come up, or like that actually came up for me. So when it came to actually owning it, I realized that it was pretty scary to do a sales call. It was pretty scary to show up on social media and put yourself out there and be the face of your brand. It was pretty scary to perhaps like reach out to people and, you know, be kind of making these leads. And, you know, it takes a lot of confidence and bravery and courage to actually create a service from your heart, from your soul, and decide that it's good enough for you to sell it to many people. And that's when where some of the mindset gremlins can step up. And that's where a lot of women in business, especially creative women as well, that's where a lot of women can hold themselves back. And this is where the kink in the hose can arise when it comes to having this great product or great service and actually converting that into sales and moving forward and making money and making the income and impact that you desire in your business. So this whole area around owning it and really owning your zone of genius to the point where you're able to articulate what you're good at, articulate your strengths to other people, not to yourself, not just to yourself, but to yourself as well. And getting into a rhythm and practicing and feeling confident to sell you and what you do. This can be a huge hurdle for a lot of women, and it's something that I love to coach around. For some women, you know, they feel like they want to be more modest, you know, like posting about themselves or sharing stuff about themselves or actually asking for the sale is going to make them too pushy. They might think that it's being a bit arrogant to actually go out there and, you know, talk about the service that they have and say that it's amazing and that it's good. And it's all of these things. It's these limiting beliefs that can hold women back when it comes to sales and when it comes to money as well. You know, when you're in business, the whole area around how you perceive money, how you think other people perceive money and selling, it throws up a whole can of worms. And if you haven't done any of the work to really explore what some of those beliefs are, you know, what your money mindset is like, you know, what is your psychology around selling, then it's going to prove to be pretty difficult. And that doesn't just go away with watching one video like this or, you know, watching a couple on YouTube or reading a post. There's some real internal work that needs to be done. So when I have my one-to-one coaching sessions through my 6-week coaching package, which is called Inner Business, we go into all of these internal pieces, and this is where people see the shifts and the transformation in their business, as well as my last client did, who was going through exactly the same process of, or same struggles of really showing up and feeling afraid to charge her worth and talk about what she did. And these are the things that are coming up for so many women, and it needs attention. And there's nothing wrong if you are going through some of these struggles and you haven't known what to do, or you didn't realize they were there. Like I say, we all have blind spots, but that's where some of the kinks in the hose can arise. That confidence around owning and selling what you do like a badass. But once it's out the way, you'll see that actually selling is just serving. Selling is just really owning and feeling so lit up and joyful to have the ability, creativity, and the know-how to have something, a product, a service. I work with service-led entrepreneurs, but having a service that can help someone. I mean, how joyous does that feel to know that you can create some transformation in someone's life? And it's this exchange which is the service part, which really essentially is about giving and receiving, and it's about love, and it's all based in abundance. You know, there's this real value of exchange, and it's like when you buy something from a shop that you love, like a handbag that you've been, you know, waiting to buy, and it's a quality one, and you're really, really excited to spend that money, and there's that exchange. It's the same when it comes to your services and your packages, and, you know, sharing content where you can engage people into helping, where you can show them that you can help them. And it was a big shift that it took me right at the beginning of my business, and it just felt that naturally, oh, now it's time for me to sell, now it's time for me to sell, and it didn't feel good. But when I did the mindset work around some of the psychology around selling, and also I did the work on my money mindset, and I did the internal pieces around my self-belief and self-confidence and self-esteem, I started to step up and own it in my business in a completely different way. You know, when I first started my business, not so many people were doing video then, actually. There were a few. But now lots of people are doing video, and now, you know, I love to do video. I'm here for 30 days doing video. My sisters would laugh because there was a time when I was like, I'm never doing video. Like, my sister bought me a tripod, and I said, well, thank you, but I'm not going to be using that. No. You know, I was more of a wallflower type of person. But now I realize that to be able to do a video like this is going to help the women like yourself that I want to connect with. Doing a video like this is going to be so much more powerful than just words in a post, or, you know, you getting a newsletter from me. You know, this video is probably going to go on YouTube as well, and it will connect to hundreds of other people. And if there's something that will resonate and connect and help a lady in business, then that's my job. That makes me feel good, and that's what part of serving is. And sometimes we have to get out of our own way. We have to get out of our own way to really step into that level of abundance that is available to all of us, really and truly. And it's these internal pieces that can block the explosion that is waiting to happen, and really to create those breakthroughs. So I would love to hear from you if you're experiencing any of these problems. If this is resonating for you, if this is making sense, then I would love to hear. You know, like, are you finding it difficult to show up? You know, are you finding it difficult to really own what you do and to sell it with confidence, and to really put yourself out there? And if you are, I'm going to drop a link into the comments after this video finishes, and I would love for you to reach out, you know, book a call with me. I'll do a 15-minute consultation, and if you are ready to work through some of these blocks so you can really step up and start to help the people, start to serve the people, serve with soul, which is what I like to call it, then let's do the work, because it's going to be holding you back from yourself, from unleashing your abundance, from connecting with those clients, from making more money, and ultimately stepping into that life of more joy, freedom, and success. So I would love to hear from you, and I will be leaving it there, and I will be here again tomorrow. So have a great evening, or if you're watching this on the replay, daytime, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.